Boom shakalaka. This chart here shows we are about 1 to 2 months away from a bottom that will never ever be touched again, supported by these charts here as well. Today's video, we're going to be taking a look at why things are looking explosive for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, where the price could likely go, and why this cycle will be completely different from anything we've seen before. You'll definitely want to stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're taking a look at Bitcoin. Why the chart I showed previously, this one here suggests we are 1 to 2 months away from a bottom that will never be touched again, and why this cycle is not likely to repeat anything we've ever seen before. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also come join us over on Twitter at the Crypto Love, where every day we give some of the best Bitcoin charts you could possibly see anywhere, ever, anywhere, ever. So let's get into it today. Well, today, Bitcoin fear 26%. I'm a little bit surprised. The market's up 3% today. Fear is back down. Where does this come from? I don't know, but the market's up over 3% today. Bitcoin at 42,227, Ethereum at 29.83, BNB at 403, XRP at 84 cents, Terra Luna at $93, Cardano 93 cents, Solana at $90, and Avalanche $88. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this, but it seems like Terra Luna and Cardano pretty much go hand in hand. Whatever the price is doing for one, it's doing for the other just 100 times more. Now, if you want to know the best coins to pick today that do better than just holding Bitcoin alone, as a matter of fact, on the top producing exchange right now, Gate.io, over 1,000% better. That's over 10x better than just holding Bitcoin alone. The coins today would be Kyber Network Crystal, eCash, Maple, RenBTC, and Lido Staked Ether. And you could check this out yourself. There's a discount link down in the description. You could add some low caps for maybe some more risk, but potentially even more reward. Also, guys, I wanted to say I do have a new partnership with Celsius. I just wanted to remind you that you could get up to $2,000 in rewards for free for just transferring all eligible coins there. Pretty awesome way to get free $2,000 for pretty much any coin, and then you can earn rewards on your coins. Anyways, there is a link down in the description. Now, Bitcoin today, we can see we're in this nice blue bullish trend. It's a slow trend, but slow growth makes it pretty sustainable as opposed to the very fast stuff. Well, if we see there's kind of two wedges here, and then there's the wedge within the wedge. It's kind of like we're in the Matrix or something like that. Well, we could see Bitcoin is bound to break out by about April 22nd. By that time, we'll know whether we're going up or whether we're going down. Coincidentally, that's right around tax season. Now, in general, I'm very bullish for Bitcoin right now. I do have a little bit of a because of taxes. People may still need to sell some Bitcoin cryptocurrencies to pay taxes. But once that's over, guys, it is like smooth sailing upwards. Now, this not a spaceship, it's an airplane right here. This is right here at $46,000 because if Bitcoin hits there, it would form a double bottom right here. The confirmation point right there at $46,000. That would mean, right there, that would mean that Bitcoin would be likely to head up to this bullseye in the sky, $64,000, which would put it very close to potentially a triple top right there, or it could just blow through because Bitcoin likes to do 1, 2, and then through. That's the theory that Bitcoin likes to stand still. Now, this chart from Trading Shot suggesting that we were about 1 to 2 months away from a Bitcoin bottom that will never be touched again. Now, this is a very interesting chart. He takes a look at the Vortex indicator. Now, previously, we took a look at a 3-week Vortex indicator, which said that things are pretty bullish for Bitcoin. But this is the monthly Vortex indicator. And we can see that pretty much the month after we have a bearish cross, which is when the red crosses above the blue down here, about a month after, Bitcoin sets a floor that it never ever touches ever again. Now, this happened in 2012. This happened again here in 2014. We can see the month after, set a price floor and never touch that again. We can see this happen again in 2018. 1 month after, set a price floor and never touched again. And then it happened again in 2020. And guess what? If we take a look right here behind my head, you may not be able to see it, so I'll just zoom it on up there. Well, we can see that there is a cross about to happen, probably going to happen in about a month or two, which would put it in April or May, and then potentially June would be that bottom price that would never be touched again. And you're like, Randall, but you're so bullish on Bitcoin. Why are you saying the price could go down? Well, it may not go down. It may just be the price, the floor gets set at this point, because there are a couple of interesting charts that are also suggesting 1 to 2 months could be a time of very interesting things happening. So the Bitcoin supply that has not moved in at least 1 year keeps climbing. Now it's 62.9%. The record all-time high is 63.4%, set a month before we began our massive move. So that month before, that 1 to 2 months I'm talking about, could be that month before we have the massive move from $10,000 to $40,000. Could you imagine if Bitcoin 4X's right here? We could have potentially $160,000 Bitcoin, but it could potentially be higher if you stay tuned till the end. There are some pretty awesome predictions that I have coming up there. Now, not only that, that's not the only thing that's suggesting about a month or so. There's this chart here, which we talked about a few times before, where every time the short-term holder floor here in blue crosses the dormancy floor in green, about a month later, within a month, Bitcoin price touches this green dormancy floor. Now that happened here in 2015, happened in 2019, happened in 2020, and we just had a cross just the other day. Now we haven't had Bitcoin touch that dormancy floor right now, which right now is about $27,000. So there's two other charts suggesting that, hey, price may come down before it goes up, but the good news is, the silver lining is, by about June, we're never going to see Bitcoin prices that low ever again. So you may want to stock up now, especially as prices are starting to trend upwards, especially with bullish things like this happening in more traditional markets. NDX, the NASDAQ 100, one of the strongest 3-day moves in history, extremely rare. Never happened during the 2000-2007 bear markets, marked by historic start rallies, classic bull market behavior. We can see that right here, the 3-day AD breadth percent is very, very high. Every time this happened previously, look at this, right before a giant rally, right before a giant rally, right before a small rally, right before a medium-sized rally, right before a pretty long extended rally, right before a giant rally. So this is very, very bullish behavior, and Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are starting to follow traditional markets a little bit more. When they're bullish, Bitcoin and crypto is bullish. When they're bearish, Bitcoin and crypto is bearish. Not only that, but we have this chart here showing accumulation trend scores. It seems like large entities accumulate very much in these red arrows and also in these green arrows. So when the price is going up significantly and when the price is going down significantly, that's when they seem to buy. But after the price goes down significantly and they accumulate, there's a price floor, and then this is where Bitcoin price coils before it explodes again. We can see it happen here in 2019, it happened here in 2020, and guess what part of it we're in right now? The price already came down, we have the coil happening right now. Well, guess what the next part is? The giant macro impulse. Because if we take a look here at the short-term holder to long-term holder cost ratio basis, we can see that it's put in a low at 2.51 and since then has increased to 2.8. Now, at 2.51, the Bitcoin price was at $54,000, and today it's a higher ratio of 2.8, but the price is much lower at $41,000. If you're a Bitcoin bear, the ratio is going in the wrong direction, suggesting that price would likely be continued to head up because we have a very clear divergence right here, and divergences eventually catch up with themselves. Price will eventually reflect what's going on right here, and then we will have something similar to what we saw back here in 2020 when the price rocketed upwards. Which brings us to this very, very important note from Willy Woo. He retweeted this. This is from October of 2021, but he retweeted this today saying that it's even more suspect that we no longer have these giant cycles like we had previously. We have many of these little cycles, predictable walks of demand and supply governed by a simple Fourier halvening. Now there's an unpredictable walk of supply and demand from a complex ecosystem until we hit saturation. Now, if we take a look at this, first thing I wanted to note is right now on the Bitcoin rainbow price chart, Bitcoin right now is in still cheap territory. It is a screaming buy. Absolutely screaming buy. From the charts we've looked at previously, we will likely never see this before. But he says we have had 1, 2, and now we're going to our third unpredictable walk, these mini cycles that we've had previously. And if we go take a look at this previous chart and just zoom out a little bit so we can see how this first walk compares with the walk that we're in previously. So we go from the top back in 2019 up to the top in 2021. And we just bring this over and lay it on top of each other. Look at how well this is actually coming to be happening. So we can see the price right now compared to where it was previously, that last first walk of the cycle. This has the top at 51. Right now, we're at 43. What, like $8,000 off? That's really not bad. But here's the exciting part. You can see that this bar pattern pretty much goes up in the same exact bullish trend that we are in right now. But not only that, because at the end of that bullish trend, right around the time that I was talking about, July, August, that's when the price really starts to shoot upwards. And when I say shoot upwards, take a look at exactly what this means, how far the price actually goes, because this is where it gets really, really exciting. We can see the price shoot upwards all the way up to about $275,000 for this small, unpredictable walk cycle. So I don't know about you guys, but that makes me very excited. So if you did enjoy it, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us over on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove. Also, check out Token Metrics and Celsius for yourself. There are links down in the description. Love you guys. Catch you later. Have a good one. Peace.